Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Strider Chip. I'm back with another one here to show off my Hitnemba deck profile, and just gonna go ahead and talk about the cards, talk about the leader. I'll talk about some of the most important cards, the newer ones that you see here, but things that you already know, I'm not even gonna talk about it. So we got the hit leader. You're attacking the leader. Draw one, 5k bump for the turn. Then you have awaken, 4 lives or less. You draw one, untap one of your energy. And then when you're awakened, this is when the battle starts. And you want to make awaken as soon as possible with this leader because that's when it really takes off. It's when it really accelerates here. Is that. So when it attacks, you draw one, 5k bump for the turn. Then after that, you're playing one of your skillless cards as 2 or less from your drop area. And it build up a board so you can build up pressure. Then you have that activate at the battle. Once per turn, discard a card. Double strike, critical, a blocker. As long as they don't have barrier on it, pretty much you're getting popped, and that's really cool. So I chose a unison here for this deck here because I saw that people made decks similar to this here, but they didn't put a like a unison card here to it. So I decided this is pretty much the best unison for it. Is that 3? Typically, I would say probably 4 probably be at its best, but 3 may not be bad. This unison allows you to self-awaken, and in this deck, you're gonna have several self-awakening tools. That's one of them. You're gonna have your new power Son Gohan is one of them. Combo attack Hitnemba is another one that's gonna self-awaken you as well. 3 self-awakeners here, so that gives you more options to do what you need to do. But talking more about this unison card, this card, it says it can't attack, but if it loses a marker, you may take 1 card from your life in your drop area instead. So essentially, you may not even lose a life. You may not even lose a marker for this card. You're just taking a life. That's actually pretty dope. That's pretty nice. So essentially, it's just unison is acting as a leader. But this first 2 active mains effects here, you're choosing one of your skills battle cards. It gets double strike here to it, and then you're drawing 1. Right off of that, that's perfect. Then the second one, you don't gain anything at the main. If you have no skillless battle cards to play, you play up to 1 skillless battle card, which your energy cost of 2 or less from your drop area. Real cool. Then you have the, -7 pretty much markers. You play all your skillless battle cards from your drop area. So essentially, this works very well with it. It would work very well, but I don't even worry about that third effect because I'm not taking advantage of it. To talk about some of my cards here, let's talk about this card. This card, I like to call this card and this card are basically those combination play cards. They play well with conjunction to 1 or more of your cards that you may have. So this Vegeta villain turned protector, you're going to play it, and then you're going to choose one of your cards in your hand. You're going to discard it, and when you play, you're going to choose one of those fields. You get to choose one of your skills battle cards, 2 or less in your drop area, and you're playing it. Or you can tell your opponent, hey, just discard one of your cards. If it don't, you tap into energy, regardless if it's blue or green, whatever color. However, this goes hand in hand with this Beerus because you're basically playing this card for free. It says auto, when this card is placed in your drop area from your hand by a battle card skill, which will be this Vegeta, right? And it says if Beerus Godly Majesty isn't in play in your battle area, you may play this card from your drop area. So that's pretty cool. Active main, green. You're gonna send this card from your drop area to the warp. You're gonna choose up to 1 card from your hand and place in the drop area. You're gonna choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and energy cost of 3 or less. And you're gonna KO it. So really, really good stuff. So those cards go hand in hand together. Now, you play a lot of skillless warriors here in this deck, so I chose these 2. Chill, the greatest pirates in the cosmos. It has unique on it, so you're only playing 1 of these on the board. It's just auto once per turn. When this card attacks, deals damage to your opponent, you're going to remove a marker from your opponent's unison. Or when it deals damage to your opponent or removes a marker from your opponent's unison, you're going to play up the 1 skillless blue battle card, which only costs 3 or less from your deck or drop area, and you're going to shuffle your deck if you look through it. Real cool stuff. Active main, it says if you have 3 or more energies, you're going to choose up to 1 of your skillless battle cards in your hand, you can discard it. You're going to play this card. Okay, so as long as they're There are skillless here cards in the field. You're essentially playing this card for free. As long as you have 3 or more energies, you got to get the 3 or more energies. So the Diz has some limitations to it, but essentially you are paying this card for free here at that. And then also you can play in a blue skillless battle card, which you can call 3 or less from your deck, your drop area, and then you're playing this. So it's real cool stuff. Then we have our Great Sandman 2, the budding hero. When this card is played from your hand, you're gonna play up to 1 skillless battle card. You need cards of 2 or less from your deck to drop area. Then you're gonna shuffle your deck if you look through it. Okay, so you're playing more skillless once you play it. And then it says active main. Choose up to 1 of your skillless battle cards with energy cost of 2 or less. You're gonna return it to your hand, and you're gonna play this card for your be playing this card for free. So essentially, it doesn't have the same limitations as Chill do. Great Sandman 2. You're playing a lot sooner than you think, so that could become in very, very useful. Yeah, and then you have the Sun Gohan I chose. As my skill is warriors, I have a total of 8. I might put some 3 drops in it with 30k on it. I think that would be dope. I chose this Gohan because I like his Great Saiyaman uniform. I think it's pretty awesome, so I think that's nice. And then we have our Hitnemba as well. So let's go ahead and talk about this card. Super Saiyan 3, Man on the Mission, Overrealm 6, Critical Double Strike. This right here can end the game. It's pressure here you want to put on the board. This can probably end the game as well. Real cool stuff. Then we have Bardock, another good card. Double Strike, unique. Your leader's going to be red. This is when your opponent's life is added to their hand or placed in the drop area by a skill. So if they're using critical, warp, things like that, so forth, you basically playing this card for free. Auto once per turn. If they activate counter, you switch this back to active mode. So that's pretty cool at that. Any card you have, you swung at it, he decided to activate his counter skill. It basically gains a conditional dual attack. Conditional dual attack to it. We already know what these 2 cards do. Nowhere to talk about it. Same thing with this one. We already know what they do. Sensu Bean, you guys already know what it is. And then also we have more of our Hitnemba cards. So let's all talk about this here. Let's go ahead and talk about the whole chain. So I chose Sake, pretty much Searcher. You're looking for Hitnemba. So this Hitnemba, and this Hitnemba as well. Those are the ones you're searching for. Not much to talk about here with it. But how this works here, with the extra card, the 5-star ball, parasitic darkness, if you have 2 or more energy, you're gonna choose 1 mono blue Hitnemba card, so your energy cost of 3 or less. You're gonna place it under it, and you're gonna play up to 1 blue Hitnemba Xeno cards with your energy cost of 4 or less from your deck or hand. You're gonna your hand on top of your chosen card in active mode. Then you're gonna shuffle your deck, shuffle the decks if you look through it. Okay, so essentially, pretty much allow you to summon, your Hitnemba cards a lot sooner. So as long as you have something that's let me see here. Yeah, a Hitnemba card with energy cost of 3 or less. No, energy cost of 3. You're gonna place that card under it, and then so essentially this is what it is. You already have this on board, right? And then you're placing this card under it, and then you're getting this card on top of it, and that's pretty much the chain here with that. That's pretty much what the chain is. And then after you're done with that, this card has critical on it. Your opponent has 2 or more energies. When this card attacks, your opponent may choose 1 of their battle cards and send it to them on the warp. If it didn't, you're drawing 1, then you're switching up to 1 of your blue energies in active mode. Real cool stuff. And then we have a Hitnemba, Rampaging Demon, critical dual attack, EX evolve, energy cost of 4. When this card evolves into this card, draw 2, and you can switch this card to active mode. Real cool stuff. Really, really good stuff. And then we have, I think I've already spoke on it. So that's pretty much this whole deck. I didn't talk about this card here, but you should know what this does too. Is a combo attack, bursting. Essentially, it just allows you to chain into. This card allows you to chain into that one. That's basically it. And it's a self-awakener. You're bursting to even incarnate or demon card, and in your battle area other than a copy of this card, returning it to the hand, then you're playing this for free, taking 2 cards from your life, and then you can't play the copy of this card from the turn. So this is actually really, really good. Real cool stuff. But essentially, yeah, that's the deck, man. You guys already know what it is. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty aggro, pretty aggressive. You could probably do a lot with it. Blue-green here with it. Got some red cards hitting it too. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment, rate, subscribe. More content coming soon. And peace.